is a great story. We could not have done this without these incredible youth who participated in
The City of Peekskill embarked on a new and exciting 8-week program this year. Youth from the Peekskill area joined professional culinary staff from the nutrition program and joined forces with the New York City program Lead by Example to train the students on food safety, food handling, cooking methodologies, all culminating with a community dinner which had state, regional, and local elected officials and key players from the city. Over the next several minutes, we will revisit the program to show how the students progressed, where many are now working in the food industry. The students came in and were ready to go. We did a quick overview of the course. We talked about food safety and handling, looked at a menu from a prominent restaurant in Florida, and talked about the restaurant business, explaining that the final day would be a community dinner that all would participate in. So who greets the guest when they come into the restaurant? Let's say Kevin's the guest. Kevin? Your table is ready? Come right with me. Walk over here. Sir, your table. We're going to know exactly what seat number they're going to belong to, and we place it accordingly. So let's say you're taking an order for the Wagyu steak, right? Okay. Xavion wants the Wagyu steak. What's the next question should I ask him as the server? How would you like that prepared? Yes. There are many parts of the food industry apart from being a chef. Cleaning and delivering linens, food photography, ordering the food for the restaurant, and one being to give back to the community. The kids were taught that helping the community by bagging food for the local food pantry was especially important. So today what's happening is we are bagging up the senior grocery supplies. We get a delivery. We work very closely with Feeding Westchester. We have for many, many years, and once a month we get deliveries of fresh produce, seasonal produce, and dry goods to bag up and distribute to the participants in the senior meal program.
My name is Kevin Hentley. I'm with Lead by Example, Reverse the Trend, a New York City nonprofit community-based organization that works with youth and young adults and have helped them guide themselves away from troubling situations, bullying, gangs, criminal activities, stuff that's going to bring the community down, help them, direct them in a path that's going to help them grow and be safe and be productive in society. We're partnered with Peekskill Community Kitchen. Right now we're preparing boxes for the seniors. It's an easy task. It's not something that I expected to do today, but it's no problem. It's helping people, and that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, so we're going to be setting our dining room up for service as we typically do. This is the first part of setting a dining room, getting the appropriate place settings and the silverware and the napkin folds and all the components that make up a set table. Learning about the various parts of a restaurant was also very important. We explained what various positions do, such as front of the house, servers, chefs, and assistant chefs, and what they specifically are in charge of in a food service establishment. We also started to get hands-on by setting up tables. One of the first aspects was learning how to set a table for dinner service. Placing linens, folding napkins, utensil placement like forks, knives, and spoons are especially important to learn. With these basics now in hand, the students are ready to go into the kitchen. Before cooking in any kitchen, learning food safety is very important.
Any kind of raw chicken product. Cooling them down. Let's say you have a soup
or a stew or a chili or something that you got to cool. And then how do we know that it's come down? We learned how to safely and hygienically handle food to minimize and eliminate cross-contamination and follow every safety measure critical to operating a professional commercial kitchen. All right, so today we're actually diving a little bit deeper in the kitchen. We're going to be doing a crab stuffed sole. We're going to be showing all the different ways and types of ingredients to use to make what seems like a complex dish. It's actually quite simple to do once you know the steps to do it. During the program, we made several dishes, including meatloaf, stuffed fillet of sole, quiche. We learned how to grill steaks, learned how to braise oxtail, and more.
I like to cook almost everything. I like making soups, I like making rice, omelets. I do see myself working in the food industry.
Food industry is definitely something I've had in mind. I really do enjoy cooking, and I think it's one of my passions. In this program, I've learned how to sear steaks, I've learned how to cook potatoes, I've learned how to mince garlic, I've learned how to do lobster rolls. So far, this program has taught me how to build character, it's taught me a lot of other things, it's taught me how to become a proper chef, how to cut with a knife. So I think this program's good.
Based on the feedback of the participants, they created the menu to be used for the community kitchen dinners. That served as a springboard to our learning process in the kitchen for the duration of the program. Throughout the program, we reviewed information on safe food handling practices that were followed on a regular basis. We brought in a professional food handling instructor to provide an in-house demonstration and course on safe food handling. After the course, students were tested for their knowledge of information, the outcome of which would be to receive a Safe Food Handler's license, which is an industry credential and valid for 3 years. This credential is important because it demonstrates to employers that the holder is knowledgeable in food service handling skills and is attractive when looking for jobs. We also had several guest speakers, such as a food photographer, a bakery owner, the mayor who runs a tea room and food trucks, a linens delivery company, and mentors from Lead by Example.
Today I was able to come in and meet some of our individuals who are working in our culinary program. It's a program that really gives our kids entry-level skills for a restaurant to learn the front of the house, the back of the house, and really how to work in the food service industry. I was excited to see some of these young men. I've taught them in the high school cooking class. They are smart and intelligent, and I think they're really getting a lot out of this program, and I'm looking forward to their final project where they will do a community dinner and really make us proud.
We wanted to give a wide lens for what is possible in the food service and hospitality industry by bringing in these food business owners. They gave insight to their path to entrepreneurship and gave practical advice for students wanting to embark on the same path. One of the goals of the program was to teach and build life skills that would be useful and helpful regardless of the industry that people are employed in. Among those, the importance of communication, timeliness, learning to be a part of a team, taking initiative, leadership, and responsibility are skills and traits that are useful in any field. Preparing for the big dinner was upon us. The program will culminate with 2 dinners, one for the families of the participants and one for the community leaders and dignitaries. We needed to fine-tune the menu and try to prepare some of the menu items. After all, practice makes perfect. First, we needed the team to have uniforms so they looked the part. Second, we needed to assign positions and practice our tasks. We also prepared some items such as salmon and oxtail, some of which the participants had never prepared before. We wanted to be ready and feel confident. Now, with the week of community dinners upon us, We had a soft opening designed for family and friends to build confidence leading up to the dinner showcase the following evening. The first dinner went off without a hitch. The students felt confident in their abilities, and it came across in their smiles and attitudes. All right, we're here with Chef Greg Gilbert, a member of the culinary nutrition staff here at the City of Peekskill. Greg's been with us for 5 years and lending his culinary support and expertise as we roll out our community kitchen dinners. So, Greg, we've just wrapping up the first dinner here for the community kitchen program. Tell us your thoughts on how things went tonight.
I think they went really well. They really tried hard with the oxtail. They picked a very difficult menu, and they managed to pull it off. And by the last course, they were ecstatic.
Awesome. I think everyone did a great job. It looked like we had a lot of smiling faces in the dining room tonight, which is always a good thing. Tell us about what you think about the future of this program and where you think things will head.
Definitely has a future here in Peekskill. The community can definitely take advantage of it. There's a lot more programs that are hopefully be coming down the road, and looking forward to seeing them all roll out.
We're here with Fabian Mendez, who's a participant. He's been with us for several weeks, almost 3 months now. What are your thoughts on how things went tonight?
I think everything went very well.
Yep. You think after you getting that first experience that the nerves are kind of have now relaxed a bit? What did you feel about serving your guests?
I felt very happy to serve people, serve everyone I can.
And who did you invite to join you tonight?
My 2 nieces and my mom.
That's awesome. Any other thoughts on tonight's menu and how things went?
Not really. I think everything went very well. I think serving people is great. The experience is very helpful.
Well, thank you so much, Fabian. I appreciate it. All right, so we're here with Joseph, who's one of the class participants in the Peekskill Community Kitchen. We're wrapping up the program with our community dinners. Joseph, now that we've been through a service, what are your thoughts on the program?
I think the program's really good. I think the service went really well today. Nothing too hard, but also nothing too easy, so it's a little bit in the mix. I'm excited for tomorrow to see how it's going to be with more tables, but tonight went really well.
We finally made it to the program finale, which is the dinner showcase. As an instructor, I felt confident that the students were ready to accomplish their goal. It's normal to be nervous the first time you're doing something of this scope. The students' work was exceptional, their professionalism was on display for all to see, and they were confident in their abilities. In preparation for the dinner showcase, we managed teams for front of the house and back of the house, where students served water, welcomed the diners, took food orders, delivered the fresh food that was prepared by the back of the house staff, and each of them completed the course, receiving awards from Assemblywoman Dana Levenberg and Senator Pete Harcum, and City Manager Matt Alexander.
I'm just very excited to be here and just to see the level of professionalism that our students have engaged in. The food is awesome. I want to congratulate you and the city leadership for putting this together and all the partners who came forward to make this happen.
So this is really just another fine example of expertise, professionalism, working to benefit our young people. These are skill sets that they can bring with them on beyond here this evening, beyond this program, and maybe some of them will even carve out a career for themselves.
And this program, as an educator, you did a great job with this education portion of this program. It's truly fantastic. Just sitting here tonight, seeing how everything is laid out, the professionalism, the way the students are interacting, bringing the food out, speaking to everyone. It's so professional and so upscale that we should be proud here in the city of Peekskill.
I'm incredibly impressed. Thank you for the invitation for the graduation. When we got this grant for the city, this is exactly the kind of program that we envision, mentorship, job skills. I'm really excited to be here, and hopefully we can continue to get the funding to replicate this.
You need to have direct, heavy involvement. They need to see that the community really does care and want to engage them. As the youth progresses, they need purpose. And if they have a purpose in a safe space, you're only going to develop the retribution back to the community.
So we're here at the Community Kitchen dinner and graduation ceremony. We have Sienna here, who was a participant. She did very good work with our program. Sienna, we're going through the program now. Tell us what you thought.
I thought this program was very helpful, and it was just a cool thing to do while after school when I had nothing to do. And I thought it was just interesting.
Well, what are some of the things you learned that you can remember going through the program and where we're at now, cooking for a whole dining room full of people?
I learned to have confidence when you're around people, be respectful, and I learned about a couple different things in the kitchen.
In June of 2022, the city had an incident that involved a gun with 2 youth in one of its parks. And so we took that as an opportunity to look at what kinds of incidents were happening with our youth. What were their opportunities? What kinds of things were motivating kids in our community to respond to just the demands of ordinary life? It turned into a community conversation that involved the Black Diamonds, our youth bureau, the school system, parents, and the entire community got together. We had a meeting at the middle school that the school sponsored along with the Black Diamonds and other agencies working together. And during that meeting and in subsequent meetings with the school district, we decided that what we would like to put together is a program that taught kids useful skills, but also got them help behind the scenes with credible mentoring. The Black Diamonds was given a grant to do that kind of work, and we decided to follow up with the city's version of that, and that's really where this idea came about. It came about very much with the twist given to it by the city that while we would use credible mentoring, we would also involve kids with learning new skills and becoming adept at working in some situation. One is a way to get their attention span engaged, and 2 is a way to kind of get them in the mode of talking to a credible mentor about what's going on in your life and what kind of choices are you making.
I'd like to thank the city manager and Common Council, our community partners, and program participants for the tremendous success of this program. If they so choose, graduates can continue their culinary learning or enter into entry-level positions in the food service industry. We're very excited to continue this program later this year.